Let's get back.
This thing is running so good. He knocked the camera off. He actually knocked it off. Oh, that's why you always have two. Running, driving, cleaned up. Ooh, got all the rust fixed. Yeah, we need to paint this thing. We are back on the beautiful 1981 Suburban that I got from my buddy Dalton at Polebarngarage. I bought this thing. I knew it had some engine trouble. We thought originally that he lost oil pressure and maybe smoked the cam. The cam lobes were all worn out. So I said, oh, no big deal. I'll throw a cam in it. After we dug in a little bit more, we realized it had broken valves that were stuck open. Chunks of the valves were in the pistons. So we ended up essentially doing a full rebuild, changed everything except the pistons and crank. Everything else in this has been brand new or redone. Redid the heads, retorqued everything, took all the bearing caps off, double-checked everything, got it all put back together. Last video, fired right up. Thing sounds amazing. Very, very happy, but she's not done yet. We still haven't taken it for a drive yet because ended up having, 2 weeks and getting the engine running. And whenever he killed it in his yard, he threw a tow chain on it to drag it back home because it died or got stuck in mud. Whenever he did that, he actually wrapped the chain around the lower cross member, and the cross member broke because it wasn't the main cross member. It was like I don't even know what it is, like a little sheet metal guard. That ripped out. The brake lines came with it. So all of the brake lines have been bent and yanked forward. The brake line nuts are still in the master cylinder, ripped everything off of there, so naturally lost all brakes. But whenever he was working on it, I believe he redid the brakes, put a new master cylinder on it. I think he did some brake shoes or brake drums. I don't know what all he did, but I know it was running and driving because he redid the brakes. I watched the video. But we need to get that done. I also am going to start fixing some rust repair after we take it for a drive. I want to get these running boards off, and I have new rockers for it because the rockers are completely gone on this, like most 80s Chevys, C10 Chevys in general. But before we do any of that, we need to dig in on these brakes. I'm hoping I don't have to make all new lines. I think I can get away with cleaning up the brake line nuts that are in there and maybe flaring the ripped out brake lines where they are. It's not always easy to flare them on the line. I usually use my brake line tool over on the vise, but we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. So let's start digging into the brakes. Okay, I got these both flared. I hate the flare tool on the line. These suck, but I think I'm all right. I won't know until I test them. I thought we were good to go. I thought we were ready, and then I realized one of the lines on the proportioning valve is snapped. So whenever these got pulled forward, it just ripped, and it's the line to the rear, and I don't exactly know where it broke at. I just know that coming off a proportioning valve, I only got this much line, and it just ripped right in half, and it's a thinner line, so it should be one of the ones that go to the back, I believe. But I need to get this thing jacked up, crawl under there, see where it goes, where it broke, and we'll have to replace that whole line, which is very annoying, but gotta do what you gotta do. Let's crawl under there and see what the hell's going on. All right, great news. The line that broke, whenever I was saying it was a thin line, it probably went to the back. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. So got under there. Thin lines go to the front because it has two individuals, and then your one in the back is bigger. So I got to looking, and it was this guy right here. And the cool thing is this is the shortest line. The proportioning valve is literally 8 inches away, 10 inches away. It's right there in the frame. And now stuff has been moved around, let me tell you. So we're bending some stuff back. I don't think anything else is broke, but it might be whenever we start putting some pressure to it. The good news is I am almost certain I have a 3/16 line pre-made at the other shop because I think I bought some for another project. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. My good brake tool is at the other shop. So if we do need to make new lines, we can. I have all new 3/16 fittings as well. I think I already have one made. So we're going to go over to the other shop. If I don't, I already found 3/16 line and new fittings over there. So if I have to make them, I can. But like I said, I think I already have one made. And if we do have to make them, we're going to make them on the vise, where we can actually use our good brake tool and not this stupid little thing. I hate these so much. They'll work, but boy, they don't do great. And they don't do a double bevel, which is stronger. But either way, let's run over to the other shop, see if we can't find it. I show this tool every time I use it because I love it so much. Not sponsored. I bought it on Amazon for like 150 bucks. Easiest brake line tool on the planet. It has operations on it. So, operation 0 is to make sure everything is square. Tighten it down. Most important thing is make sure your brake line nuts are on right, because I put them on backwards often. And then, operation 1. And then, operation 2. Done. Absolute perfect flare every time, and it's a double flare. I mean, can't beat it. It takes 2 seconds. The line that I had at the other shop was metric, so I had to make one, but that's how easy it is with the right one. You could probably try and use that on the car, but without being able to mount it in a vise, I don't think it would work very good. I almost want to try it just because the flares are so much better than that other machine, that other little shitty tool. But yeah, let's go get this put on, and we should be able to bleed the brakes, I think. Not sure. I found another broken line, and it's the one on the master cylinder, so we're gonna have to make another line. And I got plenty of 3/16 left, but it's on a roll, so I gotta straighten it out. And I don't know why, but for some reason I am really good at straightening out this stuff.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Doesn't make any sense to me, but something about the motion, it's like I've done a lot of practice or something. And I'm the best line straightener in the world. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Let's make some more. That was weird. Got all the lines made and done. I don't see any cracks. I don't see any leaks. Really, it wouldn't be leaking yet. I just put brake fluid in it. I got my pressure bleeder. I'm gonna start bleeding it, see what happens. The only thing I'm worried about is because the lines all broke, the master cylinder was bone dry. I mean, not even a drop in it. So it might need to be bench bled. I think the pressurized bleeder will suck the air out either way, but I might have to undo all those and bench bleed it real quick, or bleed it there, you know, bleed the master cylinder. We're gonna find out. So let's try and suck some air out and see what the hell happens. Also, since I am reusing a couple of the lines, I made 2 new ones, but there's still 2 original ones on, but it obviously all got pulled. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for any leaks anywhere, because I might get the back bled, but the front is leaking everywhere, so I have to kind of keep an eye on drops. Even though everything under the car is wet because we rebuilt the engine last week. Need to keep an eye out for that because we might have leaks somewhere. They don't look bad. Everything looks okay, but there could be just a micro crack somewhere that I can't really tell. And as soon as it gets pressure behind it, it blows out. Let's bleed these brakes, see what happens. Great news. I currently have the pedal locked down. I don't see any leaks. Did I speak too soon? I thought I just saw something drop. Oh, that's from me pumping it up. I was shooting it everywhere. But check this out. Booyah. Booyah. We got brakes, baby. Front and rear brakes. Ooh, we're fancy. I think what I'm gonna do, since I have it jacked up, I had to jack it up to do the brakes. I think I'm going to hook the exhaust back up. The only problem is we have brand new manifolds. I don't know how easy it's gonna be to hook up the exhaust to the new manifolds. I'm gonna find out real quick, but I have a feeling it's not gonna be as easy as I want it to be. So let's do that while we got it jacked up. Then we should be able to fire it up, and try and take it for a drive. Now, it is pitch black and icy and snowy, so we're not going for a very long drive, but I would like to move it forward and backward for right now, and then we can start working on the rocker panels. I want to get rid of those running boards, shit like that, but we need to get the exhaust on first, and I already know it's going to fight me, so let's get going. Oh, I'm not excited about this at all. All right, it's getting too late, and I'm missing a couple of the bolts for the exhaust. I thought I had them. I can't find them. Also, I don't have my taller jack stands. I took them to the other shop whenever we painted the AE86. So I need to go steal those, get a couple different bolts for the exhaust, the little springs. I found the springs, but I didn't find the bolts to hold it together. It sandwiches together and it has a little donut or whatever the hell it is. So, got to get some parts, got to get some bolts, got to get some taller jack stands, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Super happy we got the brakes done though. That was huge. All right, we'll be back
The next day.
I tried to get a light under here so you could see what I was doing, and it just blinded me. I couldn't see up the exhaust, so I had to get my little light and then use it. But let me see if I can get you under there. Ugh. Got them both attached. Bada bing. This side fought me like crazy. I had to undo all of the exhaust clamps down there, loosen it, and I need to slide forward like only a ½ inch, but everything was solid. Good to go. There is one thing I'm worried about. We got a lot of trans fluid coming off back here, and I think the gasket might be bad. Matter of fact, yeah, since I just pulled out a chunk of the gasket, I'm gonna see if I can't tighten these. Maybe they're just loose, but we need to put a pan gasket on this thing at least. Just look at all this puddle under here. You know, it's not a Caseyscustoms video if we don't have transmission fluid on the floor, but this one I thought was okay. I thought originally it was leaking because for the longest time I had it at a weird angle. I only had the front jacked up while I was messing with the engine, and the back was on the ground. So it was kind of at a weird angle, but it's been flat for the last week or two, and she's still leaking. And when I was under here yesterday, I cleaned all this off, and it's still leaking. So maybe it's not the gasket, maybe it's up there. I'm gonna spray some brake cleaner on it, clean it up real good, and then we'll see where our fluid is coming from later. But for now, we're gonna take these running boards off. I brought my rockers down. I think they're on the other side of the car, and I'm currently laying down. Let's pop these babies off. They do not look like they're gonna come off easy. Very rusty bolts. Damn it. I was hoping they'd unbolt, but they probably won't. But let's see what happens. Exhaust is done, brakes are done. She should be a drivable truck. But I'm gonna mess with these while it's jacked up. Obviously, it's a hell of a lot easier than when it's got its tires on. Let's go. This thing is a fighter, let me tell you. Holy crap. Wow. Every single one of these needed cut. And then even after I cut them, the aluminum had corroded into the steel and it made a bond. So I had to take a chisel and chisel. Oh, there was a steel mount there. Ugh. Look at that. It bonded to it. Aluminum and steel do not like each other. They will make a weld that you couldn't believe. Ugh. Also, we can finally see how bad the rust actually is now. That is better than I was expecting. Got a little bit on the door, but not much. What's good is the quarter panel's actually still good. I'm 99% sure the other side I have to replace that whole corner, but I can make that. It's pretty much just a flat sheet with a little bit of curve in it. What's crazy is there's no paint under here. So is this painted or was this like a factory option? It can't be a factory option, right? But it's white under here. Did this truck used to be white? Okay, that's Bondo. So she's been painted. All right, let's go get the other side off and then we can start cutting up some rockers. Boy, I hope the other side's gonna be easier, but it's probably not. Oh, this side was much easier. That's all right, we can do that in a little bit. Oh, this side is much rustier. This side looks a lot rustier. Oh. Little bit in the door. Ooh, quarter panel's bad. Quarter panel's bad on this side. I knew it though. Oh, they caked it full of fiberglass. It's actually not that bad. They got fiberglass in here, which is a little upsetting because how bad was it if they had to put fiberglass on it? Oh, it wasn't that bad at all. Okay, good, good, good. That's not fiberglass, that's duct tape. Ha! That's duct tape. Oh my God, that's duct tape. If I can just get that. They put a full piece of duct tape there and then bondoed over it. All right, I'm gonna get this ground down and then we'll cut the rocker out. I don't think I showed you the new ones. Let me show you the new ones real quick. Here's the new ones. I was worried originally that they weren't long enough because the box seemed kind of short for as big as this truck is, but we're good. I just kind of put them up there to fit them. It goes right there to right there, which is just the rocker. For some reason, I thought it went lower, like longer into the fenders. I don't know why I thought that. It doesn't make any sense, but we're good. I need to grind all this metal out that's bad at the bottom of the doors, and then I want to grind out the rocker too. Obviously, I'm cutting the whole thing off, but I want to get to good clean metal so I know exactly where to cut, if that makes any sense. So let's grind a bunch of shit and really make a mess. All right, I've never had this happen before, and I might have jinxed it by turning the camera on, but every single screw came out of the rear trim piece. Didn't have to cut one of them. I've probably taken apart 20, maybe 50 C10s. Never had that happen before. Hopefully we didn't just jinx it. Let's see what happens. These look a little rustier. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh my God. Don't jinx it, don't jinx it. That one was a little rusty, but it came out. I've never seen that. I am not joking, I have never seen that. Holy shit. They've been on there a long time too, they're not new. It actually has aluminum welded or corroded. Wow. Wow. Oh my God, you have no idea how rare that is. Holy shit. I'm gonna go try the other side while we're going. All right, round two. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Keep the streak alive. Ooh, that one's... Uh-oh. That one fell out a little too easy. Might be some rust. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we jinxed it. Please just be the one. Okay, okay. Oh, that one's stuck. It actually went in a little bit. Oh, that one's not actually stuck, but it's stripped. All right, let's try the back. Come on now. Come on, baby. Uh-oh, we got flatheads back here. That's not a good sign. Oh, there's a lot of flatheads back here. Somebody changed a lot of these out. Means we might have problems. Okay, okay, hold on now. Okay, hold on now. If I only have to cut one of them, it's a miracle. I'm already stoked either way. Where's my flathead, damn it? All right, can't find a flathead. Let's go with the flathead screwdriver and see what happens. Flatheads are stuck. Oh, never mind. Ha! Holy shit. That one actually broke loose. Okay, I got 2 back here and 1 up there. I'll take that every day of the week. Holy crap, that's so good. That had a bunch of shit in it. What the shit is wrong with you, you bastard? Okay, so I think this Phillips bit is shit. Yeah, that bit is definitely shit. Okay, I just want this screwed in so I can start fitting it a little bit better. Definitely got some trimming to do back there, but the gap is good. All right, let's see how close this one is. I think it's worse in the front. Yep. A little too high in the front. That's what I was worried about. So this needs to come down. Let go of that. Bring this down. Okay. Needs adjustment, but it's on there. We gotta do a lot more fitting before it's ready for welding, but I got all the shit cut out. Look at how much crap is underneath it. Look at that. That's what I'm trying to just get done tonight so that I don't have to deal with that tomorrow. Just blow it all out. And we got the rocker on there. You can see the rust that needs fixing the doors. Some more back there, a little bit around the bottom of the rocker. Pretty damn good. I am dragging ass already, but I want to try and get the other side at least cut out. So let's go do that real fast. Oh, gosh. Ooh, that one's perfect. Don't know about this one. We got some really bad rust in the front floorboard that I did not know about until I started cutting. But I'll show you here in 1 second. Perfect! That's got to come in a little bit. Damn! That side fits so much better than the other side. Rockers are in. Obviously, still need to do a bunch of work. Once the rockers are in, I can start filling in the other metal, but I want to use the rockers as a guide so I know where to build off of, because there's just nothing there. Let me show you this. Ooh, that's a problem. Ooh, thank God it didn't get in here, but... Oh, maybe it did. That might be fiberglass. Shit. We might need to replace that whole piece. We'll dig into that more tomorrow. Yeah, they might have fiberglassed over. Oh no, that might be the plastic from the factory. I don't know. But either way, got to do that. I'll probably just cut way in here. We should check it from the bottom, actually. What's it look like from the bottom? Ooh. Oh, it's not horrible. Okay. It goes in more, but not too bad. Probably like there. That's easy. That's okay. We don't have to do the whole floor. But once I get the rockers in place, we got to go in and fix all that metal, the door metal, and the quarter panel. Holy crap, that's a lot of shit to do. But if we can get all the rust repair done on this and then take it for a drive at the end of this video, I will be ecstatic. But I'm done for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, baby.
The next day.
We are back, baby. It's time to get these rocker panels installed and also start taking care of our rust. I usually like to start on the worst side, because if you start on the harder side, the easy side will be that much easier. But in this case, I'm not going to, because I don't know if I have enough sheet metal here at this shop. I do have the other shop to fix all the floor and shit. So that's a problem. I know I have enough sheet metal for the stuff I need to do over there. It's not nearly as bad. I have, I think, a couple spots on the doors. Quarter panel needs barely anything. Basically, we could probably just drill out that hole and fix that. It's not thin. And then get the rocker installed. It's not fitting very good right now. I need to trim it some, push it around, beat the living hell out of it. All the fun stuff you have to do for rocker panels. So I'm going to do this side first, and then we will start on the other side. We have a lot of fitment to do now that I'm looking at it. Damn it. All right, let's get to work. I finally got argon. Actually, I take that back. I didn't get argon, but I did steal my argon bottle from the other shop. Sometimes you gotta steal from... rob Peter to pay Paul. We're doing that whole thing. That needs filled at some point, but it's Friday. Welding shop isn't open till Monday, so we're gonna use this one. So let's cut some shit, hit some shit with a hammer, grind some shit, and then weld some shit. Let's go. Oh, finally got the rocker fitting perfect. Got a couple more welds and then we can move on to the door rust. Okay, I'm gonna weld this a little bit more and then cut the doors up. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a lot worse than I thought. That door I thought was originally just the corner, and then I found a 12-inch section right across here that was all rotted. So that took a couple hours. Wasn't planning on that. And now we got this one, and then a little spot right there. We're moving and shaking. And I kind of just got in a zone there where I wasn't really filming as much as I should have, which is not smart, because I am a YouTuber. But sometimes I just get moving, baby. Let's see here. This needs to go there. Yeah, something like that. Okay. We got to cut, fit, trim, fit again, cut again. The pieces of sheet metal have to be rolled because it's a rolled edge that's rotted out. So it just makes it even trickier, but let's keep going. This little quarter panel patch has been kicking my ass. It curves this way, and then has a twist. I grinded it down too much. This is now it's thin. There we go. All right, I gotta finish welding these two and then we are done for the night. Holy shit, this took a long time. Good news and bad news. Good news, metal work is all done. Everything is perfect. Rockers are in, doors are nice. Quarter panel's nice. I'm feeling great. Also, this side didn't have any floor damage, so we're done there. Need to do a little bit more welding on the rocker, but we're going to do that tomorrow. And then I'm coming over here, and I'm walking, and I didn't think there was any rust on the rear quarters, but I'll be damned if we don't have a spot right there. The bottom's fine, but that's a bubble, and then that's a hole. So got to fix those too, but I'm done tonight. This took 6 hours. Holy shit. Way more than I thought it was going to. But it looks great. Made sure everything fit perfect. Didn't mess up my door gaps. Everything still sits nice. Closes good. Very happy with how it came out. But we got a shitload more to do. And this was supposed to be the easy side. We'll come in tomorrow and just do an ungodly amount of welding. The good news is, once the metal work is done, I mean, it's essentially time for paint. Running, driving, metal work fit. I mean, we're good to go. Doesn't need much. The interior's badass in this thing. So that's not something that even needs to be touched, which is nice. I love the interior in this. Still haven't decided if I want to lower it a little bit or lift it. I don't know. People said bag it. You should bag this one. The only problem is it's 3/4 ton and it's leaf spring. So if I wanted to bag this one, it's a whole thing. Basically make the rear suspension from scratch, which I've done a million times before, but it's a lot of work to do it on this one. I don't know that I want to add 200 hours of work to this build. Kind of just wanted it. Son of a bitch, I just saw a piece of rust right there too. God thought this was the good side over here. Damn it. Okay, well, we got shit. Got a lot of work we got to do tomorrow. I wouldn't mind lowering it a little bit, but I need to get it back on the wheels, see how it looks, kind of go from there. It might be one where we put a bigger set of wheels on and maybe a 2-inch lift, or we do a 4-inch drop. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to see it sitting on the ground. Obviously, a smart person would say, Casey, you've seen it sitting on the ground. I didn't really worry about any of that when I bought it. Wasn't even worried about that when I finally got it here in the shop. Just wanted to make sure my 454 ran down, see what's what. These are already a pretty big set of tires. You could run a smaller set, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll play with it. It's 8-lug. It's not the easiest to find 8-lug wheels, so this one might be like a resto mod style where you kind of just semi-restore it with a little bit of hot rod flair. I'm rambling because I'm tired. It's the middle of the night. We'll be back tomorrow to do just an ungodly amount of metal work, apparently. Shit.
The next day.
All right, we are back, baby. Got some sheet metal, got some square tubing. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the square tubing in a minute. We found out yesterday that we still had rust back here in the quarter panel, the rear quarter panel that I didn't know about. I knew I had some up here. Didn't know I had some back there. So I'm going to do that first. Then we need to grind all these welds that we did yesterday and start on the passenger side. And while the heater was on and warming up, I decided to dig in and see how bad this passenger floor was. And it actually was better than expected. It's still going to be a pain in the ass, but better than expected. But look at all the shit. When I first pulled the rug up, all that started falling out, and I was going, oh, there's no floor here at all. What that is, that's actually the old, like, undercoating, and some of it's kind of rubberized, but after so long, it just crumbles into dirt and dust, and there was a bunch of rust and crap down in there. So all that came out. What's okay, we will put new undercoating on it, and the reason I got the square tubing is this piece from your floor to your rocker panel is like a U-channel, and I don't have a press brake down here. I don't even have one at the other shop. So it's hard to do a U shape, 2 90s back to back essentially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my square tubing in there, kind of like that, and then we'll just cut the top off. So we'll turn it into U-channel instead of square, and that'll be our piece right there. That'll tie into the rocker, be super strong, tie into this floor, and then we'll cut this back, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches, and then lay a whole new piece of sheet metal in there. So make it all strong, make it nice, clean it up. Gonna probably need to do some more grinding down in there because that looks like shit. But that was loud. Before we do any of that, we gotta go do the driver's side shit first. Didn't find out until I was literally walking out the door last night. I went, oh shit, there's more rust. So let's go tackle that. And we got bad news. That was the only rust I saw. But then over here I had big bubbles. And I was going, well, we're gonna have to knock those out and see what it is. Somebody has riveted a piece of, it looks like roof flashing because it's not very thick. And this was also caked full of fiberglass. So this was a lot worse than expected. By the time I get this cut out, this might just need to be a piece I buy because they sell these. It's a real cheap piece. I don't want to have to do all that. But depending on how bad this is, if this is all shot under here, which it probably is, it will just be a lot easier to buy a quarter panel patch. It seems solid, but I don't know how much. This could be giving it more structure than it actually has. Oof, yeah, we might be buying a patch. Shit. Let's keep going and see what we can come up with. I was not expecting 1.5 inches of Bondo. I mean, it was literally this thick in that corner, so you can see it everywhere already, but let's keep going. Telling you right now, if you're a regular guy doing rust repair at home, buy this piece. This is going to take some metal shaping, has some curve in it, has some back and forth. I'm going to have to hit it on the wire, or on the English wheel, all kinds of shit. But the reason I'm not doing it is because my bottom is solid. It was just this shitty patch they put in. And I mean, look how thin that is. This is basically like aluminum paper thin. I called it roofing flashing earlier. I don't even think it's that. It's so thin. I've never seen it this thin. And if he wouldn't have put that in there, if they wouldn't have put that in there, obviously this is the way people just fix it. You know, they're driving the truck. Doesn't have to be perfect. No big deal. The problem with that is it doesn't stop any rust. It just lets the rust keep going. So I got to cut all that out of there, and I'm going to make this piece. The patch panel that they sell goes all the way up here and wraps around your bumper. Now you can cut it. Obviously, I could just cut it here since it's good. The main reason I'm not doing that is I can't get one for 7 to 10 days, it said, and I'm too impatient for that shit. So I got my pattern made it out of tape and paper, and then we're going to go transfer that over to a piece of sheet metal, cut it out, get it welded in, and by God, start on the passenger side. Holy crap, we've spent way too much time doing metal work over here, and we haven't even got to the bad side. Well, this is officially the bad side now, but I thought this was the good side originally. We spent way too much time on this, let me tell you. There was one of my trolls. I have lots of trolls. Always have something negative to say. I kind of love it because they comment more than some of my biggest fans. But there was a troll the other day that said, I swear Casey treats every single video like it's a SEMA deadline. Because I'm always bitching about how I got to get a video done and I'm working too much. And he was 100% right. Because it does feel like a deadline. I got shit that needs done. I also add way too much to it. In reality, nobody would care if I just filled all these rust holes full of fiberglass and then painted it. That's not how I like to do them. I like to actually, you know, do metal work. The whole reason I ever got a hot rod shop was because I could do metal work and a lot of other places wouldn't do it. Especially old car metal work. It just didn't really exist 15 years ago. So I would have customers from New York, California, they would ship their cars here because if they did have a shop in their town, one guy from New York, I think the shop he took his car to, he just needed quarter panels on like a 52 Chevy. And I think they were charging him like $300 an hour or $250 an hour. And at the time, I was like $70 an hour or something. So he saved money shipping it here, having me do the work, and then shipping it back. Metal work has just kind of always been my thing. He said that guy said that comment, I don't know, a week ago. I've thought about it every day and laughed a little bit because it does feel like a giant SEMA deadline sometimes. It is what it is. We're doing good work, trying to do better work every day. That's the goal. Got really good shape in this. I need to tip this edge a little bit more, and then here is my reverse curve, which is a real pain in the ass, and then this edge also has to have a gradual curve. Getting close, not exactly where it needs to be yet, but we keep fighting it just a little bit at a time. Thing with the English wheel is you got to go just a little bit at a time because this really holds shape well. This is just 18 gauge. This is the same thing I use on everything. Because we have rolled it so much, this piece is solid as a rock. I mean, this feels like a 1/4-inch piece of plate now because it really does good. But if you overcurve it, it's damn near impossible to get it back out and get it straight. So you gotta take your time, change your dies out. These lower dies have curve in them, and that's what it puts in it. And your instinct is, let's put the one with the most curve in there so I can do less rolling, but that looks like shit. You'll end up with grooves in there, and you can overcurve it way too quickly. Take your time, roll the hell out of it, and hopefully you got some good music on your headphones. All right, let's go. Oh, finally got this done. Oops, mic's flying all over the place. My bad. I only have a couple more welds left and I am done on this side. We still have to grind everything, but I'm going to do that at the end. Okay, whoa, let's finally go start on the other side. I am not excited about it. This was like 3 hours. I mean, holy shit. All right, let's quit whining. Let's get to work. Ugh. God, my ass is dragging. The sun's getting ready to come up. This is way rustier than I thought, and also building the floor from scratch ended up being like a 3-hour deal. Rocker's ready. I just got to hit these welds and we're done. And then we're going to have to come in tomorrow and fix all this shit. Oh, sweet. Let me show you how much of a pain in the ass this floor was. Okay, had to make the channel. Realized the rust went back into the seat frame. Had to cut all that out, weld a piece in there. Then fix the rust on the inner rocker. And then patch the floor over. Luckily, the floor was actually nice. It just rusted in that channel. Anytime there's a channel in a car or a truck, water will just sit in there and eat it away. But that sucked. That ended up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 pieces instead of, I don't know, 1 like I thought it was going to be. Also, this did have rust after all. Big old chunk of shit full of 2 inches of fiberglass. They really kicked it in this one. It was bad. There was no, duct tape over it or whatever the hell that was on the other side. We're going to have to come in tomorrow, finish up the rust repair, take the old girl for a drive. Also, the other day I was talking about how it was leaking transmission fluid. The pan gasket bolts were all like loose. I mean, damn near finger tight. I tightened those and I don't see any leaks since I did that. But whenever I went to the parts store today, I did grab a new transmission pan and filter, or pan gasket and filter. So I might go ahead and do that tomorrow as well, but I'm done tonight. The sun's getting ready to come up. This was a very long day. Wasn't expecting it to be. I thought I was going to come in here and knock all this out in 2 hours, and then spent 3 hours just on one side. So I also got some etching primer. After I get all this shit welded up, I can grind it down to bare metal, shoot it with etching primer, and then basically should be ready to start paint work. We got a long ways to go, and I still haven't even taken it for a drive yet. Oh my God, I didn't know we were going to do 40 hours of rust repair on our get it running and driving video, but hey, here we are. Back tomorrow, baby. So whenever I said the sun was coming up earlier, I was kind of being a smartass, but no, the sun is actually coming up. Also, completely forgot I parked the lowrider van in front of the door. So yeah, we're gonna have to make sure that's running and driving to get it out of the way. And if you watched this video, there's something wrong with the grounds in it, and whenever the door is open, it will run, but if the door closes, it will die. So oh, my door's shut! Stop. Door's getting shut! Shit! Door shut! Door closed? We need to get a ratchet strap for the door. Yeah. We took it for its first drive. There was 6 inches of snow on the ground, and we had one of the doors ratchet strapped open so that it would run. And then every time I drove it, the ratchet strap would slip in the door, shut, and it'd die. If I get that figured out tomorrow, whenever we take that for a drive, we might be able to do a proper drag, because this thing has titanium drag blocks on it, and I didn't really get to use them very well in the snow. That'll be fun to deal with as well. All right, I'm going to bed. I'm starting to hallucinate. I just saw myself as I walked past the reflection, and I jumped because I thought somebody was there. I was like, that's not good. It's time to go to bed.
The next day.
All right, we're back. I got like 4 hours of sleep. I am dragging ass. We're going to do the world's fastest metal work on the passenger side, and then I'm going home and going to bed, and we're going to drive this bitch tomorrow. But I did want to pop the pan off, change my filter, change the gasket, all that good stuff. The other day, I was complaining that this thing had a leak. I got under there to see where the leak was coming from, and half of these bolts were just hand tight. So I tightened them all up, and you might not be able to tell, but nothing. I got no drips anywhere. So it wasn't even leaking. It was just super loose. But we already got it jacked up. We might as well do it. Check this out. I just popped it off. How the hell are these little acorn things everywhere in this engine? They're in the transmission. I keep calling them acorns. I don't know what they are. People were giving me shit going, acorns are bigger than that. I don't know what it is. But there's even one of those little bastards in the transmission. I don't know what that is. If somebody knows what that is, let me know. Good news is, no metal, just normal clutch material, not too bad. Actually looks pretty damn good considering. Nothing too bad at all. Just normal bullshit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna let this drip dry, shoot it with brake clean while we are doing the metal work, and then whenever we get done with all the metal work, I will put this back on. But I gotta get it all cleaned up, brake clean and all that fun shit. So let's do that and then cut some shit and weld some shit. We should do a thing now on the channel. Anytime I say, I'm just gonna work for like an hour and then go to bed, I should just shut up right then because that jinxes it. This took 5 hours. So much rust, so many patch panels to make. Every one needs curved and bent, and oh my God. This is my last weld though. Then I'm gonna go paint the transmission pan and then I'm done. No, tell me I didn't just run out of wire. Oh shit, I just ran out of wire. Holy shit. Ah, the last weld. Oh my God. Oh, I hope I have another spool here somewhere. Oh. Well, the only wire I had was silicone bronze, which is okay, it'll work. But silicone bronze is like a gold weld. It's hard to explain, but it's all I had. And then I dropped it and unrolled a bunch of it. But let's finish it up with some gold welds, baby. I forgot silicone bronze welds a little colder. Ugh, those are horrible looking welds. I haven't welded with silicone bronze in a long time, but it's welded. Luckily, it was 90% welded before. So let's go paint our transmission pan and go to bed. So I wasn't sure what transmission this had. So I bought a Turbo 350 and a Turbo 400 filter and gasket. Sure enough, we got a Turbo 400. These things are built like tanks. I'm very happy. Would have been cool with the Turbo 300 as well, but boy, the 400s are nice. I stripped this all down to bare metal, shot some etching primer on it. Now we're just gonna hit it with some black. Simple, not going crazy, but if you get this far, you don't put a rusty paint falling off pan back on. You got to get it cleaned up. Nobody's ever going to see it but me, but, you know, I'm an idiot. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm gonna give this guy a couple coats and then we'll be back tomorrow. And in reality, all we need to do is put the pan gasket and the pan back on, fill it up with transmission fluid. We're ready for the drive. If I get enough time, if I get enough sleep, I wanna grind all the welds down and then shoot etching primer on them so they don't rust. I could obviously do that later. It's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to do it while it's all jacked up. It's easy to get to. So we might do that, not sure. We'll be back tomorrow, baby. All right. Time to take the old girl for a drive. I'm gonna grind these welds down super fast, spray some etching primer on the bare metal, install the pan, throw the wheels back on, and hopefully take her for a spin. But I don't know, we're gonna find out together. Let's get to work. I got the pan put back on, got transmission full of fluid. Everything is ground down and smooth. I am going to hit all of my bare metal with etching primer. This will keep it from rusting, and you can put body filler right on top of it. The only problem we have right now is it's kind of getting dark and I still have to move the van. So I'm gonna paint this shit real quick. Hopefully the next video is of me driving this and not me complaining about something that's not working. Let's go. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's still a little out of time. All right, let's see what happens. She runs. got an exhaust leak on the driver's side, just like Dalton did. Oh, she stops. Oh, it's good too. Hey, now we're talking, baby. This thing's a cruiser. Do my wipers work? Where the hell are they? I don't know. Is that the wiper? They should be working, but they're not. Yes! She got a little good of a go to her, baby. She tried. She tried to do a burnout. That's all right. You're a big girl. These are big tires too. You want to drive it? No. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to. Huh?
You're smoking a bunch.
Well, yeah. I think she's still out of time. I just dropped
It is.
I just dropped the distributor.
It's not worth doing that. Gotta make it right. It's pretty damn close.
I just wanted to make sure it ran.
Yeah.
It hasn't ran.
Time to put it up. By night.
All right.
Here comes the police.
Really? Oh God, I do hear the police. He's not lying. She runs and drives. Yes! Dude, that thing runs great. Well, the video was supposed to be out today on this, but Richard couldn't get the video done because it was too much footage. So I'm gonna power wash it. That was one thing I really wanted to do. It still has tree sap on it from sitting for 20 years. So we're gonna power wash it, maybe take it for another drive and add it to the video since we got a little extra time. Let's go. Ooh, sweet! When I drove this the other day, the lens was all filthy. So now I can do it again with a clean lens. Hopefully a clean lens, maybe a clean lens. Can't really tell. Got a little bit of an exhaust leak. We gotta give her a blow dry real quick. Runs really good. Sweet. There, maybe a couple dogs. This might be the summer cruiser. Check her out. Running, driving, cleaned up. Ooh, got all the rust fixed. Yeah, we need to paint this thing. Damn, the ride height kind of looks good right there. I don't know. We could drop it a little bit. I think we need some different wheels though. 8 lugs might be tricky to find, but we'll figure it out whenever it's time. Dang, that thing is looking cool, man. I really like this truck. I was gonna do the 69 Blazer for the shop truck. This could be a cool shop truck too. New bumpers, paint job, new wheels, maybe a lowering kit.
I'm ready. It is a dog. Tanner, get up here.
Oh, yeah. What do you think, Tanner? What are you thinking? He's gone. Freaking jerk.
I gotta take a dump real quick.
Don't.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You cannot drive, Tanner. Please stop trying to drive.
Yeah, stop it, Tanner.
Come here, Tantan. Hey, come here. Tanner likes it. You like the new truck?
Yeah, I love this new truck.
Tanner likes it too. He's trying to jump on the gas pedal. That's not good. Hey, come here, dummy.
Yeah, Tanner, stay right there.
Crazy dog. What do you think? You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
You want to put a bed in the back and we just sleep in here?
Yeah, like there could be a seatbelt, but also a bed.
Is there no seatbelts back there?
Yeah, I don't see any.
Oh, so they're just in the front? We'll,
Yeah,
we'll have to add some.
Yeah,
Back in the day, they didn't have seatbelts and everything.
So I feel like modern cars are a bit better because there's seatbelts at the back.
That is very true.
Fun fact of the day. This is the first fact. Apparently there was the first 2 cars in Ohio just crashed already.
The very first 2 cars in Ohio crashed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, sorry, Tanner. He hit his head on the window. Look, there's a smudge on the back. See his mouth? See the smudge?
Yeah.
He smacked his face. There's slobber. There's slobber on the window. Jumping in the back. Well, he just uses them like they're hurdles. Okay, you ready, man? You ready to go inside, man?
Let's get back.
This thing is running so good. He knocked the camera off. He actually knocked it off. Oh, that's why you always have 2. And bang, he hit it with his paw. She runs, she drives. It drives really nice, actually. The only thing I will say is it has an exhaust leak. And I don't know, maybe I couldn't hear the exhaust leak very well before because the exhaust wasn't hooked up. But it's probably from the same problem that Dalton had, where he had to put like 3 exhaust gaskets on this thing. I thought I fixed that, so it could be, you know, the little gasket in between the exhaust. I don't know. But that's about the only problem. It's running good, needs tuned. It's definitely a little out of whack because it's just kind of a little frumpier than it should be, but it runs great. Brakes are perfect. So excited. Next video on this thing, we're painting it. I don't know when that's going to be. That might be Friday's video we start painting it. I have no idea. I am not sure what I'm going to work on next. The 50 Chevy is coming back in the shop, so we'll be working on it most likely, but who knows? It would be fun to paint it. It would be a lot of fun to paint it. Very excited. Oh, tooth was supposed to get fixed on Thursday, and my cat died. My cat got hit by a car. I would normally never talk about that shit on a YouTube channel. Sometimes YouTubers get a little too personal with stuff, but my cat was on the channel a bunch. We rescued him, and he was a day old, and his mom gave birth to him in my 65 Mustang, so his name was Mustang. He was coming up on a year. Really cool cat, coolest cat on the planet. Alley cat, would run around, do whatever he wanted, and we had him for almost a year. He was chasing a raccoon out in like a main street here in town, and got hit by a car and died. So that happened Thursday at 10 a.m. and my tooth appointment was Thursday at noon, and I called him crying. I'm like, I can't come in, my baby. So hopefully we get this fixed soon. It's been way too long, to be completely honest with you, but very, very happy about that. For the coolest merchandise on the planet, go to Caseyscustoms.com. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all that good shit they tell you at the end of videos. Check out some more of my other videos. Peace. I love you. Man, I'm excited. I don't know if we're gonna lower it or raise it. It's a big, heavy girl. I don't know that bagging it and lowering it would do very much. I mean, we could go down a little bit, but maybe we just do like a 6-inch drop kit and get some nice wheels. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Should we leave it kind of lifted or drop it a little bit? I'm not putting it on the ground. Either way, there's no way. It would be 1,000 hours to put a giant 3/4 ton on the ground. Let me know what you think. I'm thinking nice wheels, mild lowering kit, paint job, drive the wheels off of it. All right, love you, bye.